things I know I can do with your shoulders that are probably going to feel good. I'm going to feel confident talking because I know that if I get in the car, I know what, and I can do something. Rubbing, or I know how to clip on the ear, or how to bind it now. Okay, that lets me have confidence to talk to you as opposed to, I don't know what to do at all. I'm going to go stand over here and not talk to anybody. It's like, okay, I got a couple of minutes. If I ever get lucky enough to be naked with somebody, I'll know what to do. And so for me, it was a complete, natural. Even before I was doing the educational things, all my regular porn was educational.
Oh, absolutely.
I always aimed to see for real. I always made it do it. I'm having a good time. And the anti-man that men don't care is totally a big lie, because when I would get letters, half the letters were, "You're the best blank I've ever seen." And half about body parts. And the other half were like, "Wow, you really seem to like what you're doing," and it meant so much to them that the woman was enjoying herself. The idea that men don't care, I realized is a lie, big anti-male bullshit lie. Men do care, and men watch porn for information about sex because the culture does not educate them about sex. Women are not taught to say, "No, sweetheart," a little to the left, because they're not taught to masturbate, so we know what the heck we want. I can tell you, please, more to the left, no, my left. And so men were reduced to looking at, people are reduced to looking at entertainment media, trying to get educational information, and it's really, really bad. That's why the educational take, because it's information in a fun, fluffy manner, very, obviously very, dude friendly with the boobies and everything else. But if boobs in the room makes men listen to what I'm saying, I'll show my boobs. I want them to take home information that every woman should read. Ask first. Just because you saw in a movie doesn't mean she's going to say yes at home. That communication negotiation thing. And I get wonderful feedback from men, women, and couples saying thank you so much. Because I can't fuck everybody myself, so I sent them movies. I would love to be in everyone's home once, a hands-on tutorial just to let them know that it's okay. But logistics. So I send the movies. I'm there in spirit. I would absolutely love to be there in your bedroom right now to show you exactly how. You can get the movie instead because I'm in New York now, and you're in Iowa, and it's a long way.
So what is your favorite project bed that you've worked on? I mean, that's probably asking a really, really giant question.
My favorite project probably has to, over in the longitudinally speaking, my favorite project probably is the educational tape. I love all the other movies. They're a lot of fun. I've done 1,000 scenes. I've only hated 10 of them. That's a pretty good odds.
Yeah, that's a good ratio.
Yeah, in terms of, oh my God, I'm sorry I did that movie. I should have called in sick that day. What was I thinking? 10 out of 1,000? It's about 0.1%? Yeah.
I don't know math very well, but sure.
But in terms of the one thing I'm most proud of is my role as educator in those tapes. Because all the porno in the world won't help you if you don't know how to eat pussy.
God bless that. That on a shirt.
Yeah, right. And watching all the porno, you don't know where the clitoris is and how it works. One last thing.
Unless you're a gay man.
Indeed. So, when you're thinking about eating pussy, I'm talking to men and women out there, understand that it's all about the phallus. So, female-bodied phalluses are little, and male-bodied phalluses are larger. It's the same thing. Transistors, microchips, transistors. It's just the same information, smaller space. So, male-bodied people out there, you want to be better at this cunnilingus thing. Do a thought experiment. Imagine that the only part of your cock sticking out of your body was the gland and the frenum. Look it up. Now, okay? Now imagine now that the glands and the frenum are just this big. How would you want to head? Do that. And don't freak out. You're not. It's a phallus. Sucking out a phallus. Don't lick. No painting. No fence. No doing alphabet. No doing numbers. Suck it. Suck the pussy. Sucking. Methodically, rhythmically, a long time. Okay. It's not rocket science, but people try to make it rocket science. And she says, harder, softer, faster, slower. Listen to her. It's her, listen. And ladies, listen to her. If you're with a male-bodied person, listen to, Now, if he wants to put his hand in the back, you have to put your hand in the base of his cock, because that way you can pretend to be totally really into it and you don't puke. Because the puking thing is a buzzkill. Really, it is.
A little bit.
A little bit. I don't know anyone who's like in.
I'm sure there are some people. I mean, if you've thought of it.
You know, people are into everything, but that's a very minor fetish. Most people on either side of that action will probably find it a buzzkill, and for the night would be over. So use as many hands as necessary to keep him from choking you, because he doesn't get to do that. he doesn't get to do that.
So the one thing that we've been asking.
Oh, and I have a book, Nina Hartley Guide to Total Sex. All pictures, all words, no picture. Because the penguin got freaky and freaked out. So you have to read the book, but it's a really good book. I've got Nina Hartley's Guide to Total Sex. You can get it at your local independent bookstore. Will order it for you. Good.
So we've been asking the same question to everyone tonight, and the One Whole Foundation is there to promote sexual freedom and to talk about sexual rights. So what is your definition of sexual freedom? I know it's a big question.
I love One Whole because it affirms sexual freedom as a fundamental human right, and so throughout the lifespan. For me, sexual freedom means that younger people have access to age-appropriate, factual, non-judgmental information about their bodies and about sexuality, and learning about boundaries and that they get to say no. And for adults, obviously, it means that I get to choose my own sexual partners. I get to have access to good health care and reproductive optimal choices, which is really important because a lot of people don't get that. And that I get the right to access factual information as well as erotic entertainment material about sex. I get to speak about sex. I get to have sex. I don't need to have it in public and scare the horses, but for me, sexual freedom means the decriminalization of consensual adult sex work, and which we'll never see in this country. Do you know that Iceland has barred all forms of sex commerce? Stripping, topless waitressing, mini bars, prostitution, solicitation.
I don't understand. I don't get it.
This is what happens. This is my political soapbox when the Greens get in charge, because the Greens have been hijacked by the radical feminist, anti-sex and sex worker agenda, and they are seeping into European parliaments. And so the Green agenda is also very anti-sex worker, anti-sex worker. The Swedish solution, you talk to actual women, workers, they hate the Swedish solution because now the only men who are willing to risk being felons to illicit sex work are the ones who want more dangerous activity, who are rougher and meaner. So their safety has been taken away, all because, but we want to protect you. Then listen to us, motherfucker. Oh, no, we can't do that because you're being exploited. It's like, excuse me. I'm sorry. It's a little bit touchy subject for me. So I believe the decriminalization of consensual adult sex work, whereas consensual and adult are almost oxymoron, the same thing. Obviously, minors are not able to give consent to sex work, and adults can give consent. So I believe in that. I also believe in free abortion on demand up to the 4th month. So I go way back in the 70s. Okay. But that's true. Sexual freedom means autonomy for all adults and age-appropriate factual information available to minors so they can make better choices. And my friend who grew up in Texas said, you know, the reason they don't want education in Texas is that kids would know they're being molested. And it's like, ooh, yeah. So obviously, young people need information to know when they are being harmed, so they can recognize that they're being harmed. And it's comprehensive sex education in the schools. I believe that for some birth control distribution in high school. But I'm pretty radical that way. Because people say, oh, you can't talk about it, you know, it'll give them ideas. It's like, okay, we have 5 million years of human evolution and 10,000 years of anti-sex culture. 5 million years of evolution and 10,000 versus 10,000 years of culture. What's going to win out? So kids don't need, no one gives kids ideas. At some point past puberty, oh, wow, that looks really interesting to me. It didn't last week. Bingo. So whether or not you give them information, they're going to think of it. And we all know what happens after only education. Those young women have sex sooner, less likely to use birth control, and more likely to get pregnant.
And probably not having any fun.
Out there's that. I mean, you can't masturbate either with abstinence of education.
Can't do anything.
Anyway, my website is Nina.com. My book is Nina Hartley's Guide to Total Sex. Woodhull is woodhullfoundation.org as in orgasm. And thank you so much.
So much.
Yay.
It's been lovely.
Yay. And it's been lovely, yes.
Sorry.